Hello everyone and welcome to yet another Jumpstart video. So let's just jump right into this and try to look at our cards. Alright, so discarding Under the Sea and Well Red. Just because I'm a blue player and I like drawing cards, I guess we're gonna go with Well Red. So let's just jump right into that. I am going into the format blind just because I like not knowing what I would get. We could just take another Well Red and draw a bunch of cards. I really like the art on this land, honestly. But I think I'm just going to go with Wizards just because I want Wizards Retort and maybe a counter spell. I'm telling you once again, I'm going into this blind because I don't want to know what I'm getting, because I think this is just way more fun. Alright, so our bomb is a 6 mana spell. If you draw a card where your library has no cards in it, instead put 5 counters on this. Alright, that sounds cool. Discard 3 cards with different names and draw 5 cards. In limited, you're probably all of your decks going to be different named cards except for our 2 opts. Just wait up until I only have 3 cards in hand and I just have 2 opts. Just wait up until that happens. That's our first rare. Where is our second rare, just for us to know what to play, build around. Alright, not build around, I mean play with. That's a very, very interesting card. I really like this card. I used to play it with my Locust God Commander, but sadly, you know, with the whole thing happening, I'm not being able to play Commander. And most of our deck is very interesting. We have Rousing Greed with Library Larcenist, something that I enjoyed doing in M21 draft, and we're gonna get to do now. Besides that, we have some tempo with Exclusion Mage. Not the biggest fan of monocolors and limited, but I guess it can be fine. I believe that with the Suspicious Bookcase and our huge creatures, we are going to be able to do something. And Shipwreck Dowser with, like, for example, the Tararan's Invocation is a very good curve. I mean, just make 2 Drakes, play this, get this back, play and make another 2 Drakes. So I guess we're fine, especially this is also a very good card. I mean, it's like a bad version of the 3 mana Simic thing in M21 draft, but I guess it's gonna be fine. And Wizard's Retort is a very good tempo spread, so I guess we're fine with this deck. So let's try to get our 2 wins right out of the way. So let's see. If you play through 3 of your turns without seeing the timer fuse, you'll get a 30-second extension for a future turn. Thank you for telling me, Arena. Now, usually people use these time extensions to do one thing: rope me when I'm winning. And I'm pretty sure that all of us here at some stage have been victims of roping. Okay, so my curve isn't really the best, I guess. I mean, this into Library Larcenist is good. The question is, what would I rather do? I guess we could do this because I like this combo. So I'll just pass. Opponent, what do you do? Please don't be elves and then drop. Alright, he's elves. I mean, it's fine. We're gonna choose black just to, like, make my opponent think we have removal or something, while we don't. We just have mono. We're playing mono blue. And yes, mono blue is out of flavor because usually you would try to go for like multiple color pairs, but we are here to draw cards and not to have fun. That's a good card. Let's just play our Suspicious Bookcase. I guess I don't want to draw cards just yet, or do I want to do that? Yeah, I guess we don't mind drawing cards and trading just because I do want to make my 3rd land drop, which is not something that I've seen so far, so I'd rather kind of do that. Is he going to kill my creature pre-combat? I guess he's not going to. Alright, so we're definitely going to block. Please give me my 3rd land drop. Please give me my 3rd land drop. Why is it so hard to get my 3rd land drop? Tragic Brontodon is not something that I wanted to see, so I guess we can just play our Exclusion Mage and bounce it. And the next turn, if we draw our land, we can Larcenist, then opt or something. I guess we just play our Exclusion Mage, and now we try to go for a play where we can befuddle this and trade with it, maybe. And the tempo is actually not that bad. So, or we can just play our Suspicious Bookcase and keep on chumping it, but the problem is that he can just blow this up, so I don't know how much I'm inclined to just use the Bookcase. He wants to deal with my Exclusion Mage. I don't know why Exclusion Mage is bothering him that much. Commune with Dinosaurs is also fine. So is he playing Elves and Dinosaurs? I guess that's the most logical thing to assume from all of this. He gets a land. I don't know if he needs a land, but he just got one. Alright, so that's good. I have the Larcenist turn. And now next turn I'm gonna probably use Opt just to ensure that I hit my land drops, because we're kind of trying to set up either Read the Tides or we're trying to set up our amazing rare. So let's see what happens. Is this also going to get removed? When this or enters the battlefield, if you control another elf, create a 1/1. I mean, it's fine. We can just keep on chump blocking with our Bookcase. Our Bookcase is definitely the MVP because it chump blocks, it does everything we want to do. Let's just opt to see what we can get, and I really like the land because for reasons I mentioned previously, I want to make sure that I make my land drops. Now this is theoretically fun. We could, alright, so we definitely have our amazing rare next turn, and he used up his removal, and I don't think mono green is that famous for removal, so maybe we're in a good spot. Let's just hope we are in a good spot. So hopefully it doesn't blow up our suspicious bookcase, but I mean, I guess I would just because it's badumtis suspicious. So is it getting blown up? I mean, sure, that's a very sad turn of events because I wanted to do the combo, but I don't think we're in a spot where we can attack anyways. So opponent, what do you do? I guess there's no point for me to do this. I guess we keep it in hand to use it for our creature, so I guess it's fine. We're just not gonna block. We're down to 11, but it's not the worst. This is not something that I wanted to see, to say the least. Do we just play this setup for the future? I don't think so. I guess we just drop our amazing rare. He needs to activate this 5 times to kill our creature, so I guess I'm fine. As long as he can activate it twice. So as long as this doesn't take more than 3 damage, we're fine. I'm not gonna obviously block with it this turn because I'd rather have it survive. And I'd rather maybe bait a counter, a pump spell with the befuddle thing. Alright, so that's definitely something that we're gonna befuddle after he attacks. We're not gonna block because, you know, blocking is not fun. That's a good card, but I'd rather think we activate this, draw 3 cards. Or we could just read the tides, bounce 2 things. I guess we just read the tide. Wait, so when this doesn't do anything without activating the ability. I guess we definitely just read the tides, bounce, and we just pass. Just tempo him out of the game somehow. Because now he has to restart his whole turn. And now if we next turn we draw our land for our befuddle. And our, I'm not gonna even try to pronounce this card. I think we're in a good spot. That's fine with me. He's trying to set up the whole exact loop he did last turn. Just fine with me. Yes, of course I draw a tapped land. Because like, why not? Why not indeed? I guess we just put green for fun. And I guess I do want... The thing is, if I do that, I'd have to trade... Actually, I think we just set up the befuddle this. Because I think that's the best thing we could do if he just wastes his turn playing his Wild Heart Invoker. In the rare case that he has a pump spell, we are punished. But if he doesn't have a pump spell, I think we're set. And do we have a wizard on the field? No, sadly. I was like, maybe we can draw... Actually, we can draw into Wizard's Retort in the case he has a pump spell, and then that way we just deal with it. So why do I want a pump spell? Because if this attacks and gets pumped... Alright, so we definitely are going to give this -4/-0, because now it fights and does nothing. So he just wasted his mana doing nothing. If you still want to attack, I mean, be my guest opponent. You're definitely my guest attack. Alright, so my turn. Do I want to draw 5 cards? I guess drawing cards is always something we don't want to do in Magic. So let's just pitch. Yes, I'm pitching 3 good cards, and hopefully I'm not going to draw 5 lands. Why did I draw 5 lands? I guess we just pitch again. Yeah, I think we just pitch again. So pitch. So please, deck, do something. Alright, so that's not a bad spot. Now we can just play our Shipwreck Dowser, and we can get back our Invocation. And I think we drew all of the lands in our deck. So hopefully we're not going to be drawing lands. I have 11 cards in my deck left. I mean, if this dies, we might just deck out. Llanowar Visionary is fine with me. Maybe I should have attacked with our Archive Keeper, but I'd rather keep it behind. And now we just get hit with a Ghalta. Yeah, this is not looking good to say the least. Yeah, and this is now blocked. I guess we lost this game, so I just might as well get into our next one. So we're gonna be trying to recover from this whole Ghalta issue. So I think this is a good hand because we have this on turn. We have this on turn 3, just using our Arsonist. I mean, so that's good. Alright, so opponent is playing maybe mono red. Mono red is not bad if you get your hands on 2 Chandra packs. It's actually quite decent. So let's see what happens. I really think this is a very good curve, especially on turn 3. 2/2/2s is very good, especially that they have flying. Sure, the Triton is annoying, but I mean, it's fine. This is actually a cute card. Alright, so let's just play our turn 2 invocation, and now we have 2/2 drakes, and for the future we could just be ending up with another 2/2 drakes, so I think we're fine. Now the question is, do I want to tome Anima, or do I want to play Winged Words, guarantee my land drops? I guess we'd rather play tome Anima. So opponent is playing self-mill. I don't know what payouts you would have in Jumpstart for this, but I mean, pretty sure my opponent knows what he's doing. I'm gonna attack with everything, just because if he wants to trade with any of my creatures, I'm fine with it. So he trades with one of our drakes. I guess we're gonna play our tome Anima. Sure, mill even more opponent. I'm really wondering what he has, because like so far he pitched good spells, to say the least. Soul Seer is good, the Mummy is decent, and this is also very good. I mean, at least he's still making his land drops. He does not mill all of his lands. Now I get to see one of the payoffs for playing mill. Great Horn is actually in. I didn't know that this is in the set. I just know this card from Commander. That's cool. So do we befuddle on his turn and now just draw 2? I guess we do that. I'm just going to draw 2 now. This becomes unblockable, and now we just swing in for 5 on, and on his turn after he attacks we just befuddle this, take no damage. That's a very good turn. Or we could just befuddle this and we can just trade with it without the death touch being relevant. So there are choices that we can take. So let's see. Create 2/3 red minotaurs with haste. Alright, so that's not the best thing to see, but I think we're gonna be fine. Guess we block here and we just befuddle this, make his combat step useless, draw a card. That's always good to do. Sure, we're gonna be taking 4, but it's fine. Maybe the best thing to do here is just to play an additional blocker in our Dowser, because our Dowser gets us back I guess the invocation next turn, and we can just attack with the 2/2 Drake, and now we have 3 blockers. We can just block here, block here, block here, and then we take 4 damage, which is not the biggest issue because we can just play our invocation for next turn, and the invocation alone is enough to create a huge tempo swing on our side. The Dowser combo along with the invocation is playing super well. So let's see what happens. Let's see what opponent is thinking. I mean, I don't know how much removal he has in his deck, but he pitched 1 removal spell and he pitched a combat trick. So how many combat tricks do I still need to play around? I really don't know the answer to that question. But that's a very cute card. If maybe we get to copy it with 1000 Year Storm or something like that. I'm fine with trading. I don't think there's anything that huge I want to cast. We could have double blocked the grub, but in case he has anything to give it a first strike, it's a huge blowout, and I really don't think anyone wants to get blown out in a limited format. Because like you can come back from blowouts in regular formats, but in these kind of formats you can't always come back from blowouts. Alright, the brawler is fine. Maybe, just maybe, we play our Rousing Reed first, and we try to kill him in 2 turns. Let's see if we get to do that. Please draw a land. Alright, that's good. I guess we can just safely pitch an island, or let's see. So in case I wait for next turn, now we have 6 mana. If I keep a land, we have 4 mana, play this, 4 mana invocation. I don't think I want to wait that much. I think the worst card in our hand currently is our huge rare, because I don't think we're gonna have the time to cast it. So I think this is very controversial, but I'd rather keep my my card, my land, just in case we get to do more things next turn. Let's just play our invocation, and now we can just attack with our Shipwreck Dowser, and he's just left next turn, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to trigger prowess at least once more, or we could just attack with the Drake, and that's 6 damage. So opponent, what can you do? He's going to gain 2 life. I forgot about that. I mean, that can be fixed by just attacking with 1 more Drake if we get the chance to do that, or we can just trigger prowess 1 more time. So let's see. I think we just block this way, this way, and we can afford to take 2, I guess. I mean, that way, if we get the trigger prowess twice, we get to, or just attack with our tome enemy. Yeah, I think this is the best way to block. We can't safely take 2 without having it to be a problem. I mean, the only thing that would be annoying if he plays something with reach, but next turn would have been probably we play our summoner, we opt, we trigger prowess, we trigger this, it's unblocked, and we attack with everything and we just win. So that's our first game. We bounced back pretty well from this Ghalta thing, and now let's try to just get our second game. So yes, once again, I'm sorry for my bad internet connection. It takes forever to wait for the server. So let's just see. We get a demon. Please, can I start getting good rares? And I'm not saying that I'm not happy with getting cards, but I mean, give me the spicy cards from this format. Give me like the behemoth. Give me the one drop elf. Any elf actually would be good. A spirit, a rattle chains would be good because I want to build so many decks in historic, and every rare that I open is just a wild card not spammed. So let's see what our opponent is playing. Let's see what's happening. I mean, our curve is not the best, but I mean, up turn 1, this turn 2, we can counter on turn 3. I mean, this hand could be worse, so I'm not gonna mulligan. Don't think there's many things that this hand. I mean, I don't think there's many cards that that beat this hand. All right, so when this dies, he creates a 1/1. Did he picked black? All right, so he must have some kind of sacrifice outlet for this. I guess we keep this maybe to ramp us a bit. All right, so we can again play this on turn 3, and I guess that's the best thing we can do. And I'm not gonna block this obviously for reasons that are obvious. I don't want to deal with a 3/3 instead of taking 1 damage per turn. It's not my biggest problem. So please don't sacrifice this to kill my creature. Please don't sacrifice this. Alright, that's fine with me. That's very fine with me. Because next turn we're simply gonna have 5 power on board. Alright, so let's just play our invocation on turn 2, turn 3. That's a... See, people think that they play ramp in standard. This is real ramp right here. Play your Arcanist on turn 2, play your Invocation on turn 3. That's it. That's the only way to actually play ramp. And because this is a wizard, we can play Necrolepsy in case he plays anything problematic, tap it down, and have Wizard's Retort up, or we could just play our Suspicious Bookcase, and once again also hold Wizard's Retort up. So let's see what our opponent does. In case we survive this turn without anything happening, I guess we're in a pretty good spot. Because we have kind of a removal card, and then we have our Wizard's Retort, and we can be setting up for our Kraken in the future. That's not the cutest card to play against, but I mean, sure, we just block with one of our creatures. So the sad thing is that this cantrips, so he kind of dealt with one of my cards for free. But yet again, this is a 2-for-1, so like that's good. Let's see what we want to do. I guess we just attack. And then now we do nothing. Or you could just play our Bookcase. I guess we just play our Bookcase. Now we can block all of his creatures for free. That's better than just me not doing anything. And now we can Wizard's Retort anything that's annoying. Yeah, that's definitely something I'm gonna Wizard's Retort. Because I really don't want this to be resolved. Whenever one of our creatures fights or become blocked, he draws a card. Just look at this with the Saplings. Do you really think I want to draw him that many cards? The answer is no. So let's once again attack with our Drake. The tempo of this deck is pretty interesting to say the least. I guess we play our Shipwreck Dowser, and once again we get our Wizard's Retort. He knows about it, so he could bait it pretty well. But I don't think anything beats a recurred counterspell in limited that easily. I mean, him making me discard 2 cards actually beats it. Not by a long shot, but I mean, I kept it in hand. So we can just keep it in case there's anything problematic. And now we just have our amazing rare that we need to resolve some way. We still don't know how, but we're gonna resolve it at some stage. And with the trigger of this attack on the stack, or I mean with the attack on the stack, we're gonna just give this unblockable. And he can't just sit around without doing anything because he is facing 5 damage per turn. He is on a 2-turn clock. So let's see. Please don't other mind drought because I really want to resolve my amazing rare. I guess this is fine. It's not disrupting my game plan anyway, so I think we're fine with it. And he just died in 2 turns, so I'm not sure I'm even forced to do anything in case that doesn't disrupt my combat. When he gets +1/+1 for each creature card in my opponent's graveyard, meaning he gets just +1/+1. Alright, so your 1 mana 2/2 is fine with me, opponent. Because I guess we just go for the same thing next turn. Sure, I can take 1, I'm fine. Alright, so let's just choose black for him to think that we have removal. And just same exact thing. Give this unblockable, attack. And now we're just taking 5. And next turn he's dead in case he doesn't do anything. He needs to play a creature with reach or a creature with flying. Or he could just remove both of my creatures. Let's see what he can do. I mean, I think he'd remove the Dowser in case he can, just because anything that has reach, anything that pumps or gives me a prowess trigger also has him dead. So now he needs to play something with reach or he's dead. This could have been a bait, but I mean, at this spot in the game where I can win just if my board state survives, I guess we're pretty forced to do that, and we actually win with mono blue. I really don't know how I won with mono blue. I guess the tempo from this deck was enough. Let's see what rare I want. Please get a behemoth. Why do I want a behemoth that bad? Because simply it pairs so well with a lot of the decks I have in mind for historic. Maybe banned tokens, maybe historic elves, or any elves. Just give me elves, spirits. Please don't give me something red. Please don't give me something red. Please don't give me something red. And I get something worse, which is white. It's a 5 mana. Whenever this creature dies, exile target permanent. I mean, it's not the worst of cards, but I mean, it's white, and I don't like white. Sorry for like anyone who likes white who's watching this video. Guys, I wanted to thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. If you did enjoy this content, please do consider subscribing because it helps the channel a lot. If you want to see the deck, I'll leave it here. One last thing I wanted to do before signing off, I wanted to thank my patrons because they are the ones making this channel possible. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.